I'm Joe Robinson.
And I'm Matt Fuller, and this is Learning Now in Barrington 220.
Welcome to our final episode of Learning Now in Barrington 220. In each of these episodes, we've taken a look at learning in Barrington 220 from a student perspective, especially talking to an elementary student, a middle school student, and a high school student about a single topic.
We've learned a lot from our students during this process, and we were able to talk about several topics including the classroom, entrepreneurship, STEM, coding, and then what we call the 4 C's, collaboration and communication, creativity, and critical thinking. This episode presents just a few highlights of what we learned from our student experts. When we asked our students about favorite class projects, they mentioned creating movies and writing digital books.
The best project that I've made was one of my newscast projects on iMovie.
Last year we did a book creator assignment about Indian tribes. I did the Ojibwa Indians, and we had to write a whole book about it. It was really fun.
We learned that our entrepreneurship courses allow students to learn and practice future-ready skills, such as web development, and also participate in real-world experiences, such as collaboration and teamwork, that they'll use throughout their lives.
Part of it was coding our website. When we were creating our website, we realized that we needed some coding to be able to make certain functions of our website work.
And also this class is extremely helpful in teaching us how to work with our team, with a team, and how to work with different types of people.
Our student experts did a great job describing the many STEM-related opportunities available at Barrington 220, from elementary through high school. Here are just a few examples of what they shared.
So there's a diverse array of different STEM activities at Barrington High School, and I've personally been involved in WISE and Science Olympiad, robotics, and some of the PLTW and AP Computer Science courses at the school.
And at Prairie Middle School we have our tech lab, which is just focusing on PLTW and what you can do with programming and how you can implement that science, technology, engineering, and mathematics into your daily life.
At Roslyn we do, in 4th grade we do a course for STEM, and we do Lego robots, and we have to add parts and program them.
More and more schools across the world are teaching coding both as a future career skill and as a way of thinking. Here at Barrington 220, students at various grade levels describe the term coding in their own words.
For me, coding is a kind of language for robots.
For me, I like to think of coding as a subset of the English language. It uses the English language to give the robot rules it needs to follow.
Coding is a type of language where you can use it to make technology do certain things, and there are various different types of languages you can use. The one we use here at the school is Java, and we use that through BlueJ, and you can think of it as kind of vocab words that tell the computer to do different things.
Many examples were shared by our students about how technology devices are used for communication and collaboration, both in and out of school. Our student experts conveyed some of the many ways video is used to communicate in elementary through high school.
So at our school, we have previously recorded morning announcements that we get the link shared to our teacher to share with us in the classroom.
At Barrington High School, we have a program called BHS TV, and BHS TV is an elective class that students can join if they're interested in film or video production. They produce great episodes that we can watch every week to learn more about our school and the things that are happening.
We heard several examples of technology being used creatively, from an elementary video game designer to a middle school movie maker. Our high school student expert shared many examples of her designs being used for various Barrington High School programs and events.
Just little projects I have going on all the time, so that could include designing the tickets for prom. I'm trying to hopefully design the cover for our graduation pamphlet. I just designed a couple posters for These Shining Lives, which was the fall play for our school. And I currently am designing the Arrivals and Departures poster, which is for the art show for, I think, freshmen and seniors.
We heard many examples of students using critical thinking across grade levels. One student offered a clear synopsis of her process for applying both problem-solving and critical thinking skills in school.
For critical thinking, I often think of it more as you see a problem and you work your way through it, starting with like the research, and then you figure out like which parts to tackle first, basically. So it's very important to think of it as a problem and then breaking it down into steps.
We'd like to sincerely thank all 21 of our student experts who participated in our Learning Now Barrington 220 program, as well as the students featured in our segments. And of course, thanks to the amazing production team at BHS TV, who are here still working with us in the Black Box Theater at Barrington High School.
Please be sure to follow us on social media and click on the link at the end of this episode to take a survey to help improve our One to World program here in Barrington 220.